Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, this is the third server rules video, which is getting shorter and shorter because if you want to have a broad understanding of the general rules, please go to the Survival Evolved server rules video to understand the general rules. For New Dawn and Meat Grinder, I am just covering specific server rules, okay? And things that have come up that I would like to cover about the specific server. So, the reason I'm in a jail cell here in the police station at the moment is because Meat Grinder is a personal passion project of mine and something that I definitely need in a survival game. Okay, so Meat Grinder was especially created for me and all the other hardcore survival players that needs that PvE element to keep them entertained and to keep them on their toes and to just create a lot of funny moments. Okay, because that does happen with very, very difficult settings. Although I'm not talking about the puppet behavior at the moment, that's not fun at all. But when it comes to Meat Grinder, the only thing that you must remember is the purpose of this server is for you to suffer as much as possible. Okay? Whether that is PvE related or PvP related. You are supposed to die a lot. If you do not die a lot, then the server isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, and hopefully one day when they sort out the puppet spawning system, which is causing a lot of Meat Grinder players frustration, we can get it back to the good old glory days where we cannot run through the forest at night and where we think about every step that we take. Where at the moment we're not really thinking about every step we take, but hopefully, we can get it back to for me personally, my opinion, the most difficult server in Scum. So yeah, a few things that I want to talk about is the Meat Grinder is the reason there is no global chat on Meat Grinder is because it is a solo experience with real friendships and real bonds and bad guys and good guys. It's like a Walking Dead experience where you must think about every step, and you must form your friendships to create like a Rick team or form a friendship to create like a Negan team. If you guys don't know what those references mean, it means that you can make friends with good guys and you can make friends with bad guys. Okay? And you can be a bad guy and you can be a good guy. Whatever adds to the threat level of the server is good. Okay? So I never, ever want to see anyone in my community tell another person how they are supposed to play on the Meat Grinder. Okay? If I ever hear anyone messaging or telling other people how they should play on the Meat Grinder, then they are going to get banned. Okay? Because this is supposed to be a free experience for everyone, and everyone needs to get their pleasure or their excitement or their adrenaline from the server in whichever way they want. So there is no rules with PvP. Okay? There is no rules for kill on sight. There is no rules for enjoying yourself. But the standard rules, which if you want to know what the general server rules are across all three servers, then you must go and watch the Survival Evolved rules video, because that's where I cover all the general rules. And I'm not going to cover all the general rules in all three servers. I'm going to cover, for SE, I cover the general rules and Survival Evolved rules. And for New Dawn and Meat Grinder, I just cover specific rules. Okay? So that is the first thing that's important to me. There can only be one vehicle per player, okay? I don't care if you want to keep a car for someone else. I do not want to see a car with two player names on it, with two names of the same person. Okay. So that means you put a lock on two vehicles and both vehicles belong to you. I do not want to see a player have a vehicle and hide a vehicle. If they hide it, they better not put a lock on it. And if they hide it, they better tell me who it is for, okay? Because they're trying to help a friend or something like that. But yes, you do not do anything on the server to remove other people's experience or to limit their experience, okay? So one vehicle per person, and it's a solo experience. So you can make friends, but I will never make the clan size bigger than one, okay? That will never, ever happen. And then the other thing is, again, very important for me for people on the server to be civil to one another. There are people that want peace, and there are other people that want war, and the server is for both, okay? And then raiding is allowed on Meat Grinder, but, there are no base building rules. So you can close up your doors. There are no base building rules, just like on Survival Evolved. You just can't use sandbags, okay? So you can protect your base in whatever way you want to make it very difficult to raid, and to make sure that your base can only be raided with like an M82 or a gun or explosives or C4, because, again, on Survival Evolved, the server rules video, I explained that you do not raid with anything that can damage the base repeatedly that doesn't cost you anything, like hitting a base with arrows or balls, like hitting a base with a kunai knife or something that you throw at it, which you can just take off the wall again. If you damage any base part, you must lose the resource completely that you damage the base part with, like a bullet that you can't get back, like an explosive that you can't get back, and like a C4 that you can't get back, okay? So that is very, very important. And other than that, guys, I just want the server to be the hardest server there is, but my general rules still apply, okay? And then the last thing is you can't use the traders on Meat Grinder except for the banks and the mechanics, okay? There's a bank there's an ATM problem at the moment, which I don't know if they're going to fix it or whether they aren't going to fix it. But for now, you can use the banks at the traders and the mechanics to buy what you want, what you need for your vehicle, but not to sell anything. Okay? So the only way to buy something at the mechanic is if you got the money for it. Okay? If you found the money for it. You cannot come to the trader and sell your car or sell any vehicle part to get money to build up the vehicle. Okay? That is going to be difficult, but I'm telling you, that is the only way. If I see you selling anything at the trader, you're going to get banned. Okay? So you can use the banks, and you can use the mechanic to put an engine into the car or to buy something for the vehicle, but you cannot use the mechanic to make money, to buy something for your car, okay? So that is very plain and simple. I didn't want people to go to the traders at all, but because we've got problems with cars that spawn without engines, and because we've got ATM issues, those are the two things that I'm going to allow now. Okay, you can go to the traders to interact with the bank and with the mechanic, but you cannot sell anything, and do not touch the other traders. That will get you banned. Okay, hope you guys have a great day and keep surviving. And again, like all the other videos, if there's something that I left out and the Meat Grinder community thinks it's an issue, please leave it down in the comments below, and I will think about it or add it. And then if I left out anything, it will be pinned in the top comment. I will add stuff to the pinned comment at the top to add anything, okay, that I missed. And if you've got any questions, please leave it down in the comments below of this video so that I can answer you directly and you don't make a mistake. So ask me if you're not sure, okay? Have fun, guys. Cheers.